What if I told you most of what we call love is nothing but illusion? A mask worn by desire, a shadow shaped by fear? What if the person who says they love you doesn't even know who you are? The Stoics, masters of truth, discipline, and inner freedom, saw through these masks thousands of years ago. They exposed the fragile, often deceptive structures of fake love. This isn't just another relationship video. This is ancient psychological warfare designed to help you liberate your soul. Don't skip this video because what you're about to hear might just change the way you see love forever. If you've ever been betrayed, manipulated, or heartbroken, if you've ever asked, was it even real? Then stay with me. This is Stoic and Facts, and this is how the Stoics unmasked fake love, timeless wisdom, unshakable truths. What the Stoics really thought about love. Forget the Hollywood version. Stoics weren't interested in butterflies, poetry, or soulmates. They didn't write sonnets. They wrote survival manuals. To them, love wasn't something you fall into. It was something you grow through, something that tests you, something that reveals who you are. Stoic truth. The chief task in life, wrote Epictetus, is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control. And that includes how we love and how we let ourselves be loved. The Stoics believed that fake love was dangerous, not because it hurt, but because it clouded judgment, compromised virtue, and made you slave to another person's chaos. Test number 1. Does this love challenge your virtue or stroke your ego? Real love elevates your soul. Fake love massages your pride. Seneca warned us that suffering begins not in the world, but in the self-deception we carry. Vanity, ego, reputation, these were traps. Picture this: a man rises in the world. He gains wealth, fame, and a woman who calls him perfect. But the moment he loses status, her affection vanishes. He wasn't loved, he was admired, and admiration is fragile. Test number 2. Does this love set you free or make you a prisoner? Control is not care. Possession is not passion. Marcus Aurelius taught, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. And what is more untrue than love built on emotional blackmail? A young Stoic student named Lucius fell deeply in love with a woman who seemed to worship him. But over time, her affection became a leash. Why didn't you write today? Why were you speaking to that woman? Don't leave me, or I'll hurt myself. This wasn't love. It was control, wrapped in desperation. The Stoics trained themselves to love freely, not fearfully, because freedom is the foundation of virtue, and anything that chains the soul cannot be called love. Test number 3. Do they love you or their illusion of you? So many relationships aren't built on connection, but projection. Epictetus said, "We are disturbed not by events, but by the views we take of them." Apply that to love and you realize something dark. Most people don't love you. They love the story they've created about you. A Stoic philosopher once wrote about a nobleman who fell in love with a virtuous woman, or so he thought. He imagined her to be patient, wise, and chaste, but she was none of those things. When reality came crashing in, he was devastated, not by betrayal, but by disillusionment. He hadn't loved her. He had loved a fantasy. Fake love collapses under truth. Real love survives it. Test number 4. Could you still be whole without them? The Stoics prepared for loss the way soldiers prepare for battle. They practiced premeditatio malorum, imagining worst-case scenarios so they wouldn't be destroyed by them. A Stoic father tells his son, "Love your wife, cherish her, but remember, she is mortal. She may be gone tomorrow. If you anchor your soul to her existence and she is taken from you, then who are you?" His son asks, "Should I not love deeply then?" The father replies, "No, love deeper, but love without ownership. Fake love says, I can't live without you. Real love says, I choose you, even if I could survive without you. There is strength in that, there is freedom in that, and most of all, there is truth." Test number 5. Is this love conditional or rooted in fate? Seneca believed the test of anything, love, friendship, virtue, was how it handled hardship. Amor fati, the love of fate, meant embracing all that comes, not just the joy, but the pain, not just attraction, but acceptance. A Stoic woman named Althea was married to a soldier. Years into their marriage, he returned from battle, scarred, shaken, half the man he once was. But she did not leave. She stood beside him. He asked her, "Why stay when I am no longer the man you married?" She replied, "Because you were never just the man you were. You are the man you become, and I love all of it." Fake love loves only the surface. Real love embraces the entire becoming, even when it's painful, even when it's inconvenient. So now I ask you, are you in love with a person or an illusion? Have you been manipulated or truly seen? Does the love you give set you free or bind you? If this video struck a nerve, share it with someone who needs to hear this truth. Comment below, which of the 5 Stoic tests hit you the hardest? And if you're ready to build a mind that can't be broken, a soul that won't be fooled, subscribe to Stoic and Facts right now. Love is not weakness. It is strength in its highest form. But only if it is true, and only if it is free. Be wise, be unshakable, be free. Stoic and Facts.